Nigerian police officer claps back at UK politician Kemi Badenoch over criticism of MPF. Shebi you see that these people, they don't have shame. Shebi you can see that they do not have shame. And they are so getting away with things that they do. That is why they can come outside and be clapping back. You are clapping back. Such a disgraceful set of people. People are stealing shoes, stealing people's properties. A whole lot of atrocities that these police are committing, and you have the mouth to come and clap back. Obviously, people are so shameless. So shameless. An assistant superintendent of police ASP Ziad IBN Issa has taken a swipe at Kemi Badenoch, the United Kingdom Conservative Party leader, following her latest remarks about the Nigerian Police Force NPF. Badenoch, a British politician of Nigerian descent, has gained attention for her critical commentary on Nigeria, particularly its system and institutions. Her rhetoric, which surfaced prominently during her political campaigns, has sparked outrage among Nigerians who view her comments as overly negative. It's not negative. Everything she said about the Nigerian police force is the truth. In a trending interview with a US media outfit, the Free Press, she was asked whether she trusted the British police. In her response, the UK opposition leader said while the British police officers were professional, the same could not be said of their Nigerian counterparts. She went on to recall how police officers allegedly stole her brother's shoes and watch during her stay in Nigeria. I do. My experience with the police in Nigeria was very negative, and coming to the UK, my first experience with the police was very positive. The police in Nigeria would rob us. I remember the police stealing my brother's shoes and his watch. It's a very poor country, so people do all sorts of things. They took his shoes and his watch. The interviewer exclaimed in shock. Badenoch continued, it's a very poor country, people do all sorts of things, so giving people a gun is just a license to intimidate. Very true. But that's not just the problem. That is not the bar we should use for the British police. When I was boggled, for example, the police were there. They were helpful before they eventually caught the person. This was in 2004. That was 20 years ago. In a social media post, ASP Issa, who also serves as the media aide of the chairman of the Police Service Commission, responded pointedly to Badenoch's critique. He drew comparison between the historical struggles of the UK's law enforcement and the current challenges of the Nigerian police. What are your challenges? Even if people have challenges, must you add corruption to it? People are being paid small money. People used to come outside and want to protest. You will carry your guns and your tear gas to come and disturb the protest instead of you to support us and stand with us, and so that we can all make Nigeria a better place. You are now saying that you are facing challenges. What challenges are you facing? So people are enjoying now. Referencing the history of the London Metropolitan Police, Issa wrote, I would recommend David Rose's In the Name of the Law to Kemi Badenoch. The truth is the London Metropolitan Police was a mess in the 1960s, 1970s, even the 1980s. Yet, you say, hear what you are saying. The London Metropolitan Police was a mess in 1960s, 70s, and 1980s. This is 2024, and they have become way better than that. Have you changed? You have been corrupt since 1960 up until now, almost 60 years later, and there is no change about you. You are saying, oh, if I punch you from this place, it was through various reforms and even a change of name that they became what they are today. So why are people not doing the same thing? Why are people not reforming? Why change your name to Nigerian Police Force, change it. And people should also become better. And you are clapping back. The officer emphasized that the British Police Force, now widely regarded as a model of law enforcement, only achieved its standing after years of reform. So you want to wait for years before you reform. Because I don't understand the way some people think. So because these people, it took them long, since 1980s that they have reformed themselves, almost 40 years later, they have reformed. Why can't you change? People have been corrupt since 1960. Nigerians have been corrupt. And you don't think that you should also reform yourself. You are waiting for how many years? 100 years later before they reform. Because I don't understand what you are saying. The officer emphasized that the British Police Force, now widely regarded as model for law enforcement, only achieved its standing after years of reform. He argued that similar efforts could elevate the Nigerian police force. Nigerian and its police force are not perfect. We know that. You are not anywhere near perfect at all. People are worse. But we will rise from the ashes when, just like the UK and its police force, Issa asserted, adding Auntie Kemi should enjoy her new pastime of denigrating her fatherland while it lasts. She's not denigrating, she's only spitting the facts. And it's obvious to everybody. And she's not the only one that has been saying it, so people should leave her alone. The post has stirred mixed reaction, with some Nigerians supporting Issa's defense of the MPF, while others pointed out the urgent need for reforms within the force. There's nothing that he is defending. You are defending rubbish. Eh? So the British police too, they were corrupt in the 1960s, in the 1970s, in the 1980s. And since that, they've reformed and they've become better. For almost 40 years now, you are saying that you are using that one to judge. Don't let me say you don't have sense. Badenoch, whose comments often highlight systemic flaws in Nigeria, has yet to respond to the ASP's remarks. Why will she respond? You think she's Ononuga? Or she's all these people that will be replying? If they attack today, they'll come back tomorrow and reply. No, she doesn't have time for that. She has better things to do with her time. Ackley Mike says no amount of police reform can stop them from forcefully collecting 200 naira from bus drivers. No, they are so corrupt. That money, they like it. Instead of them to fight with the citizens, to come together, work hand in hand with us, so that you'll be collecting good salary. Politicians are there. They will go and sit down. They will discuss rubbish, sign rubbish into bill, and knock the table with their hammer, and then they will collect sitting allowance. They will collect wardrobe allowance. They will collect salary. That they did not work for. People that are actually doing the job, police officers, that you should fight, make sure everything is okay, so that people will not be collecting bribe up and down, so that people will have money and have good life for yourself and your family. You will not support Nigerians, you'll be supporting the politicians. People are not ready. People are not ready for any reforms at all. Saka says, if what Kemi rightly stated are not true, serve Nigeria with questionnaires or do street vetting. Exactly. If you think that what she said is not true, then go and ask people about their encounters with police officers in this country. It is so bad. It is really, really bad. Nigerian police officers has destroyed families. They've killed the head of the family. They've killed a woman that was pregnant at Ebamade Sonya. That woman, she was carrying twins. You accidentally discharged gun. They should not even be giving guns to even start with. A whole lot of things that the police officers has done that will never be forgotten in this life. So if she says she has had this experience with the police officers, leave her alone. She has the right to be angry, because the atrocities that Nigerian police are causing, and they are not ready for a reform at all. This one is still giving excuses. The British police, they were corrupt in the 1960s, 1970s. So you want to be corrupt for how many years before you think of a change? I beg. We will not fall into the hands of Nigerian police. So amen. Amen. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.